Good morning everyone, Alessandro the Crypto here and welcome to another Bitcoin price analysis. We're gonna have a look into Bitcoin and why currently I'm buying more Bitcoin, guys, because I'm expecting a very big move to the upside very soon. So we're gonna have a look into that and of course also some major updates on new cryptos that currently I'm buying up for next year. Kind of new trending coins that at least performed very well in the last couple of months, especially DEX coins, and of course also new upcoming layer 2s and meme coins. So we're gonna have a look also quickly into them, but first of course we're gonna dive here straight into the Bitcoin chart, because I think that right now Bitcoin is in a very important stage and we're gonna see a very big move very soon incoming. So make sure to be subscribed on this channel, guys, and of course also join my other social media platforms that you see here in the video description. And also if you want to join the new upcoming cryptos that are very hyped right now, like Bitcoin Hyper for example, or also Hypersui, this next DEX that is upcoming, all links are here in the video description. Check them out, guys, because some of them are really interesting. For example, Hypersui that we can buy in. As you can see, the price have raised again at around half of a cent and the listing price will be 9 cents. So that's 1500% higher than the current price. So check it out, guys. They also have now the certified verification from this third party audit here. So this one, in my opinion, is the next big DEX launch here. Hypersui next to Aster and Hyperliquid and so on. So check them out, guys. Links in the video description. Of course, also sign up to Bybit, Maxi Global and so on. Those are all exchanges that I'm using here in the crypto space to trade Bitcoin, to trade the altcoins, and of course also to do TA and so on. And this is those are basically the main exchanges that I'm using. So sign up with my links that you find here to get the maximum sign up bonuses, guys, especially right now during the Black Friday week and also during the Christmas time. We always have the best sign up bonuses and deals out there, so take advantage of that. Also, if you want to get, for example, the liquidation heat map that we're also going to cover in today's video, then check it out, guys, because there is a very big Black Friday deal. So basically also during the Black Friday week I'm taking advantage of all those deals, also on TradingView and so on, Bitscap, this trading bot and so on, because everywhere you get up to 80% discounts. That means that for the whole year you don't have to think about it anymore, because if you subscribe to those tools right now with 80% discount, you get it basically almost for free. And of course you have no headache during the year, because you can use it all year long until the next Black Friday, and then of course renew the subscriptions and so on, and you always get the best price possible. Of course, guys, everything in this video is no financial advice. I'm just sharing you my own opinions, my own TA and market observations. I'm not a financial advisor, so always do your own research. We're gonna start here in the 4-hour time frame for Bitcoin, because I want to also explain you right now why I think that a big move to the upside is coming, but also why eventually short term we could still see a little pullback before we head higher. And this is because of the 4-hour time frame that we are forming here, in theory bearish pattern, a megaphone pattern like we are doing right now, which is shifted to the upside. Usually it's a bearish pattern, at least short term, because if we break down, then the breakout target is where we started, basically down here at around $82,000. At the other hand, I think that once we break this specific resistance here with the 4-hour closes above $92,500, it's very likely that we're going to see a very big violent move to the upside here. And of course we can also stay for a very long time within this pattern. I mean, even all the way up to $110,000 or something like that. We can stay in this pattern. And the resistance currently is all the way up here at $96,000, so close to the 200 moving average in the 4-hour time frame. And I think that this resistance here, $92,500, is a very strong one that Bitcoin needs to break right now. But once we break it, then I think the big move to the upside will start. And vice versa, if we see 4-hour closes below 90K, then we could see first another leg down before we head higher. And the main reason why I'm so bullish right now is because of the higher time frames. So for example, here on the daily time frame, we had the bearish cross at 110K, the 200 moving average is right here. Also, we have everywhere buy signals already confirmed many days ago, basically down here at the bottom. They are playing out right now. Of course, although they can cool off a bit and come back down, but overall we are bullish now and we are facing this resistance here, the 20 daily moving average at around $92,500. So also here, once we have daily closes above, we're gonna see a very fast move towards 100K and probably also come up here towards $105,000 to $110,000, which is in my opinion the most important resistance right now, because that will tell us then if Bitcoin is just creating a dead cat bounce, a lower high in comparison to the all-time high at 126K, or if we are in for new all-time highs. And therefore I want to go over into the 3-day time frame, because here you can see that we are about to print everywhere fresh buy signals. And they are very powerful because the higher time frames are more important than the lower ones like the 4-hour or daily. Even here on the 5-day time frame, we are about to print buy signals once they are confirmed, usually we see a test of the 20 moving average of each time frame. And that one is currently at $107,000. So that's why also here, based on that, a move towards 100 to 110K is possible. And on the weekly time frame, we have no buy signals flashing yet, but we are in oversold condition. And maybe by tomorrow, we're gonna have also here buy signals flashing because of this bounce at the 100 weekly moving average at 83K. And that means that even if here we're going to get again rejected, we have the 100 weekly moving average as a support at 104K. And latest, once we have weekly closes above this resistance here, so above $92,200, that we also here going to come up to test the 20 moving average on this time frame, which is perfectly lining up at $110,000. And that doesn't mean that Bitcoin will come up here and 100% getting rejected and crash back down into a bear market. Of course, that scenario, in my opinion, is more likely. But what I think is that we could even see new all-time highs for Bitcoin. But therefore, of course, I want to see weekly closes back above this level, $115,000, because this is the resistance trend line, this purple one here, which is coming from this rising wedge. You can see that Bitcoin stayed in this rising wedge here, had a lot of support points here. We always bounced up and down from it, and finally we broke down, and it's possible that at some point we come up to test it and then eventually come back down. But if we're able to go above the resistance and push towards the upper line, that would take Bitcoin towards $130,000. So this is a very important resistance at $115,000 on the weekly time frame. If that one is broken, we see new all-time highs for Bitcoin to $130,000, and then we're going to see if here we're getting rejected and come back down, or if we're in here for much higher levels. And the reason why I believe that scenario at the moment is just more or even likely or possible is because of the liquidation heat map, guys. If you have a look here into the liquidation heat map, you can see that we have a lot of money to be taken if the price would be going up towards 130K, all the way up here where is the red and yellow zone. This is where most positions would get liquidated. So at the moment, we have a lot of people going short, and all those liquidation or all those shorts would get liquidated if the price would go between $130,000 to $136,000. This is where most money can be taken if the price would be moving towards that price target. If we go lower, you can see that here in this blue and green zone, there is not much money to be taken here. Not many people are longing right now. And that's why also here in this light zone, basically, of course, we can come a little bit lower here, maybe to liquidate those longs here and then come back up. That is possible. But based on the liquidation heat map, it's just more likely right now that the price will be moving slowly towards the red zone up here. Like we done here, here, and here, and then immediately we had this crash. And now, of course, it's possible that since we have now new short positions opened up, that we have now more liquidity up here, and that means that the price could move towards this price range up here and liquidate all those shorts, and of course afterwards maybe go back down again, or even continue the bull run then if FOMO kicks in, for example. That's why, based on that, I think that 130K new all-time highs is possible, and then of course we're going to see what happens. But even more important is of course to see what happens with the Bitcoin price once we're reaching this area here, 110 to 115K. That's why this is a very big price of interest here, point of interest at 110 to 115K. Up here we're going to have a lot of resistance, but if it gets broken, we're going to see a big shoot up towards 130K in my opinion. Even though the cycle top should be already in here in October, I think that this is still possible since this cycle is anyway different. And at the end, it doesn't really matter in which direction we're gonna go first or later. I think those are the price ranges right now. And for the next bear market, I think that the low will be in somewhere at 60K, where we have the 200 moving average at the moment, also not too far away, since we didn't have in this cycle the big euphoria phase. That's why I think also the next bear market, of course, we can crash down to 60K, but it's still not too bad. Not like crashing down to 10K or something like that. I don't expect that. I think maximum here at the 200 weekly moving average at around 60K should be the maximum pain for the next bear market. Of course, no financial advice, guys. It's just my opinion and also price ranges and targets that I have for these next coming weeks and also for the next bear market low. And therefore, of course, since crypto is here to stay anyway, I'm buying, of course, also into new hyped upcoming cryptos. We have seen in this altcoin season that not all altcoins, since we have so many of them, can return to their highs and new all-time highs and pump like crazy. That's why right now, instead of buying the old ones like that already have seen the big hype, like even Hyperliquid or Esther, I'm buying into new dexes, new upcoming dexes on Sui, Hyper Sui, that's the one, and then of course also on Base, which is the network of Coinbase. And also here we can buy in. We don't know here the listing price, but you can see that also here the raise funds are going rapidly higher. Many people are jumping on board since we can buy in at the cheapest price possible before the launch somewhere next year. This one also will be huge since it's on Base and we have many users there as well. Then we have also Bitcoin Hyper, this new layer 2 on top of Bitcoin. This is the biggest one out there, guys, with almost 29 millions raised. It's a huge new pre-sale, a huge new layer 2 that is upcoming on top of Bitcoin, built with Solana. And then of course also Pepe Node, which is a new crypto mining game with Pepe. And the cool feature about this one here, that you can really invest with whatever amount you want into this one over here. You can also easily just connect a wallet. You can buy with credit card or crypto herein, like MetaMask, like I'm using, for example. And then you can buy in here into those tokens and stake it for 580% API. That means that you buy now whatever amount you want, you stake those coins, and if you go here to staking, you're going to see the coins that you purchased, the API, which is insane high, 580%, and you can see that you're getting a lot of rewards. Here I have more than the double of my purchase tokens already back in rewards. That means even if it's just launching more or less at the same price at launch, I'm going to have at least a double here already now. But this one will be launching next year, so we have a lot of time here to accumulate more and more coins. They just raised 2 millions for now, and because of that, we can still stake it and get a lot of rewards before launch. So also for Pepe Node, guys, currently I'm buying and staking the coins, of course. Bitcoin Hyper I'm buying without staking, and the other ones you cannot stake, like Hyper Sui and Base Perp, but Pepe Node is currently the one that you can stake for a very high API, and like that, of course, I get most of it because you get a lot of rewards before launch, so a lot of tokens for free, basically, if you're buying in right now and stake them over here. So check it out, guys. Links in the video description, of course, to get to the official websites. That's the only place where you can get those tokens before the launch. So definitely be on board if you want to be following me. Also be subscribed, you guys. And also if you want to get the heat map here, you can get it right now with a huge discount of Black Friday, of course, here in the Liquidation heat map, those trading tools that I'm using here. You can check them out in the video description. And for now, that's it, guys. Of course, all no financial advice. I'm just sharing you my own opinions and my own game plan for now. I think that Bitcoin here will most likely go straight towards those highs that I mentioned in this video. I don't expect that we're going to see another breakdown here just because of the higher time frames. Of course, short term it's possible, but I think that we have seen the low already and that we're slowly going to go higher and higher here over time. And yeah, that maybe even $130,000 is possible for now. We will see, guys. At least for now, I'm trading. Of course, I'm opening up some longs, and yeah, I'm just waiting for good entries. And I think down here at around 90K is now a good entry point, in my opinion. No financial advice, just what I'm doing. All right, guys. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned. Have a great Sunday. Of course, I'm going to bring some update videos later on as well. So stay tuned. Thank you for watching, and we're going to see us all in the next one. Bye for now.